are just so happy to have you here with us. We also have quite a few folks from our local community who have also played a role in supporting our dual credit scholarship program, so we're grateful for their presence and their support. But we just have some brief remarks that folks have planned, and then we're going to do a ribbon cutting out in front of the ToyBurg Learning Commons. It's exciting that I now get to call it that. And then we'll just have some time to hang out, eat food. I'm told the cookies are as big as your head and delicious, so make sure you enjoy those before you leave. But without further ado, I will turn it over to someone who was instrumental in making all of this possible, Mr. Jessica Seeberger.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to take a moment to sincerely thank everybody at BCTC for having us here, giving us the ability to speak and to share about the ToyBurg Endowed Scholarship. But before I get started, I do want to specifically thank Tiffany Jury and Alicia Tidgery, wherever you two are. You all have been instrumental and vital in my kids' education and in making this day come to fruition. So thank you for what you've done. Alicia, you've been incredible every step of the way, and this endowment doesn't come to fruition without you, so thank you very much for what you've done. Now, if you guys will indulge me, I have a little short story I want to tell. In 1638, there was a small fledgling education institution, and they were facing some severe financial challenges. In response, the General Court of the Massachusetts Bay Colony allocated 400 pounds, which is about $500,000 in today's money, to establish a fund for the encouragement of learning. This allocation marked the birth of this institution's first endowment, laying the foundation for its future financial stability and growth. Over the centuries, this endowment has grown significantly, becoming one of the largest and most prestigious endowments in the world. This supports the university's mission of training up the next generation to impact the world. You might have heard of this small school. It's Harvard University. Today, we join with the Rotary, other community partners, and everyone at ToyBurg to create the ToyBurg Endowment Scholarship. As the same as that small group in 1638 saw a bright future for their local institution called Harvard, we create the first endowed scholarship for BCTC in Anderson County. I am really, really proud and excited to be part of this momentous occasion. Our donation doesn't quite add up to 400 pounds, but we're making a difference. First and foremost, though, I want to thank you guys of ToyBurg. You make this possible with all your hard work and your dedication. Your unwavering commitment, your excellence, and your tireless efforts day in and day out at ToyBurg have helped ToyBurg flourish as a company, which then in turn gives us the opportunity to give back to our community that has done so much for us. Your dedication enables us in so many meaningful ways. I'm continually inspired by your passion, your commitment, and your willingness to sacrifice for our local community. It makes us exceptional. I am particularly grateful for the enthusiastic response that I got from upper management when I threw out this idea of doing an endowed scholarship. You wholeheartedly endorsed it and supported me with it, and that initiative speaks volumes to your commitment to sacrificing for our community so that we can give back to them who have done so much for us. By choosing to invest in this education and the future of Anderson County students, ToyBurg has demonstrated its values of generosity and compassion. So thank you, upper management, for making that possible today. So to each and every employee at ToyBurg, I extend my heartfelt thanks. Your hard work, your dedication, and generosity make a difference not only to the success of our company, but in the lives of countless individuals of Anderson County. I am very proud to stand along each and every one of you all. We are making a positive difference in our community. I am so thankful for everything that you guys do. Thank you, guys. Next, I really want to thank the Rotary Club. You guys are dispersed in and out and about. The Rotary Club has been a cornerstone of community development in Anderson County for decades, spearheading multiple initiatives and projects that have had a lasting impact on the lives of its residents. From supporting local schools and educational programs to providing essential services for the less fortunate, the Rotary Club has been at the forefront of positive change in our community. One of the most notable aspects about Rotary Club is its dedication to long-term projects and with lasting effects. Rather than focusing on short-term things here and there, they're focused on things that will affect the community for generations to come. What caused me to fall in love with Rotary Club is when I first was going to join, somebody told me that you all would rather put concrete in the ground than a sign on the wall, because the concrete will still be there for decades, but the sign will only last a season. So I've just been inspired by that from Rotary from the moment of being able to be initiated to it. And that's a piece why I absolutely love the scholarship, because it's fully funded endowment. It's going to last forever. Generations from now will still be benefited by what we are doing here today. Overall, the Rotary Club's impact on Anderson County is immeasurable, touching the lives of countless individuals and leaving a legacy of service, compassion, and community spirit. As the Rotary Club continues to grow and evolve, I'm very thankful to get to be a part of it and to get to partner on these changes that we're doing for our community. So everyone that is here that is part of Rotary Club, thank you for your commitment to our small town. I love this place, and I'm thankful for people like you that make this town better. So thank you, Rotary Club. I am a product of this small town, if you didn't know. Born and raised Anderson County, proud graduate of ACHS 1998. I've lived in Lawrenceburg my entire life, except for the 4 years that I went to the University of Kentucky. Upon returning from UK, my wife and I both taught at the Christian Academy of Lawrenceburg for a couple of years, and she did that until JT was born. Since then, my wife has homeschooled our children, and I'm very thankful for all the means and methods of education that we have here in Anderson County, whether it be private, public, or homeschooling. I'm thankful that this scholarship can support them all. I must admit, when my wife and I first embarked on this journey of homeschooling our children, I never would have imagined it would have led us here today. My wife and I were initially hesitant, unsure if we could provide the quality education that our kids were going to need. But I can never thank my wife enough for what she's done over the last 20 years. Jessica, thank you for your sacrifice, your dedication, and your tears. You grew our children into capable and educated adults. You made them who they are. Thank you, sweetheart. As we navigated the challenges and triumphs of homeschooling, one thing became abundantly clear, and that's that we could not do this alone. It became more and more clear as they got into higher level courses. So when JT reached some of those courses, we realized that we needed some special help. Specialized instruction beyond what we could provide at home. And that's where the Bluegrass Community and Technical College first stepped in. BCTC entered our picture. BCTC not only filled the gaps in JT's education, but became a blessing to our entire family. With the opportunity for him to take college courses while still in high school, JT graduated high school with nearly 2 full years of college credits. He's now set to graduate from UK with 2 full degrees and did that in 3 years, and a major part of that is the head start that BCTC gave him. The time and money that BCTC saved him is incredible. Now our daughter Lucy is following a similar path, and our youngest, Abby, will start BCTC next semester. So this journey that BCTC has inspired us to pay it forward and create the ToyBurg Endowment Scholarship. UK costs about $25,000 a year right now if you include tuition, room, and board. By cutting off 2 years of a student's time there, we're potentially saving them $50,000. This scholarship makes it possible for Anderson County students to remove the need for that $50,000 forever. Because again, it's endowed and it won't go away. So just imagine over the next 50 years alone, we're going to save this community $2.5 million potentially through the creation of this scholarship. That is truly amazing, the impact that we have created here, guys. So in conclusion, I'm just filled with gratitude for the opportunity to witness firsthand the transformative power of education. Together, we have created something truly remarkable, a legacy that will continue to empower and uplift Anderson County students for generations. Through the ToyBurg Endowed Scholarship, we're not just investing in students' futures, but in the future of our community as a whole. Together, we have made a difference that will last for generations. Thank you guys so much for being a part of that journey with us.
Thank you, Stephen. I think that was a powerful tribute to what happens when really great people get together. And I know when Tiffany, and the Rotary Club first started this scholarship, they had big dreams and big plans, but I don't know that any of us thought that we would be where we are today. So I think it's a testament to the strength of our community, of how hardworking folks are, of how generous they are, and how invested in education they are. So again, thank you all. This is really an incredible And I should mention, we have named our library, in case you missed the signage on the way in, the ToyBurg Learning Commons, and this really is kind of the heart of learning and community on our campus. So students gather here, they do tutoring, they socialize, they study. It really is a hub of activity, and we thought of no better way to recognize all of ToyBurg for your all's contributions and hard work than to name this in your honor. So we are thrilled to have you here today. And we can applaud for that. And then finally, it is my pleasure to introduce our BCTC President and CEO, Dr. Greg Feeney. He would like to share a few words.
All right. I feel after the two of them have spoken, all I really need to say is ditto. But I, in true form, am going to say a few more things. Our college is all about partnerships. And so, to give you a little bit of background on that, and I'm saying this a lot, but it emphasizes the importance of all of us working together. So of our budget, our overall budget, which is with everything added in, is around $100 million. That supports almost 17,000 students. Our unduplicated enrollment for this year was 16,742 students. And that's students that come to us where they may have scored a 35 or a 36, one of the top scores on the ACT, to also students who come to us who have scored at the 8th grade level. The joy that we have at our school is, we don't care where they're coming from, we are the access, and we are the path. And so for that student that came to us already having the knowledge and the proven path of success, we're saving them a lot of money. For the student who has come to us and their journey has been very tough and hard, by the time that they transfer, not only are we saving them a lot of money, but a couple years later, there's scholarship material when they go. That's the joy. It gives me chills every time I talk about it. That is the joy of what we do. And so the reason I mention that budget is this. Only 20% of that budget comes from the state. 47% of that budget comes from our tuition. If you do the quick math, that leaves us 33% short to do the good work, to get students to that point where they are successful. 33% short. That's where our partnerships are vital. And when I say we are a community college of partnerships, that's exactly what we are, and today demonstrates it tenfold. We are able to do the work that we do together because of those partnerships. The partnership that we have with this community is Exhibit A, is the example of how it should be done. We have the school system, good to see you, Bobby, that we have a wonderful partnership with. We have local organizations like Rotary that continues to just step up and be a phenomenal partner. We have industry partners like ToyBurg, and we have individuals that have a real passion for this work. So we are so fortunate, we are so dedicated to this work and getting this done. That's why we are all here. But to hear your desire and your heart speaks a lot to us. And the people that I want to thank are Rotary, of course, our school system, the ToyBurg employees. I was going to make a joke if I opened this up. Anybody here from ToyBurg? Because we have a lot of you, and it is awesome. And of course, the leadership makes a tremendous difference. So thank you for setting the tone and for where we have led to, what it has led to today. There was a comment made about Rotary not wanting to be just a plaque on the wall. The joy of today is, both out in the lobby, when you come in, because you'll see a plaque there for Rotary on a concrete wall. And as you come into this wonderful learning column, or comments, you'll see a sign above the door on a concrete wall. So we have the best of both worlds here. And what I love about this is it is a wonderful example to all of our students of not just your journey, but giving back when you've made it and you're on your way in that journey. Because as you can see today, it strengthens and opens doors for more people, and we get to continually work to make the world a better place. And that can sound so hokey, but when you see stuff like today, it's real, and you can touch it and you can see it. So well done, thank you so much. We are so fortunate and we are so grateful. Now for the fun part, the only responsibility I had when I stood up here, so I don't mess that up, is we're gonna do a ribbon cutting. So we're gonna step outside of the learning commons, and so if you'll join us there, and Alicia is great at giving instructions. So we will